Hello children, welcome to the online class of English language, class 9th. In today's video, we will learn about direct and indirect speech. This is chapter 8 of your language book. Children, in the last video, I told you about preposition. We learnt about preposition, and in short we will just sum up what we have learnt in the last video. Preposition, as you know children, in very short I told you that prepositions are locating words. They give the direction, they locate the noun or the pronoun. And in today's video we are going to learn about direct and indirect speech. So what is a direct speech? Direct speech is used when the words spoken or written down are actual words spoken by some person. As he said, it is raining today. So what is direct speech? You quote the exact word of the speaker or the writer. We quote the exact word and those exact word falls within the inverted commas. Indirect or reported speech is used when a person reports direct speech, that is, he reports orally or writes down the words in an appropriate tense and refers to the original speaker or writer in the third person, making other necessary changes. So, in the reported speech, we actually tell the matter of the word spoken, and we will change the person also. We refer to the third person in the indirect speech, and there are certain changes that we will make. In reported speech, make sure of the following points. So what are the two important points? First one, who is being reported? To whom are you reporting? The time of reporting, that is the tense. These 2 points determines the necessary changes in tenses, adverbs and pronouns. Tense change. After a reporting verb in a present or future tense, the tense of the verb in the reported speech does not change. So children, if in the direct speech the reporting verb is in the present or the future tense, the reported speech does not change. It will not change. For example, he says, I am clever. He says that he is clever. Here also it is said, I am clever. Here also it is said that he is clever. That is in the present tense. The teacher will say the boy was clever. This is the future tense, will say. The teacher will say that the boy was clever. After a reporting verb in the past tense, the tense of the actual statement also goes into the past, usually one tense back. The tense changes are as follows. So these are the very important rules, the changing of the tenses. So now this you will have to learn it by heart, because if you know this, you memorize it properly, then you are able to convert the statement from the direct to indirect speech. Simple present becomes simple past. Very easy. Simple present, simple past. I go for a walk every day, he said. He said that he went for a walk every day. The first sentence that you see, I go for a walk. This is in which tense? Simple present. He said that he went. He went. He went is in the which tense? This is a simple past. Present continuous becomes past continuous. Very easy. Now present continuous converting into past continuous. I am going for a walk now, he said. So which tense this is children? I am going for a walk. This is a present continuous tense. He said that he was going for a walk then. Now, then. There is a change. Okay, present continuous and the past continuous. Next, present perfect becomes past perfect. I have walked for 1 hour, he said. So this is a present perfect tense. He said that he had walked for 1 hour. This present perfect has converted into which tense? Past perfect tense. Present perfect continuous becomes past perfect continuous. I have been walking for 1 hour, he said. Now this is which tense? Present perfect continuous tense. Now changing into what? He said that he had been walking for 1 hour. This has changed into past perfect continuous. Simple past becomes past perfect. I went for a walk, he said. He said that he had gone for a walk. Future becomes conditional. I shall go for a walk tomorrow. So tomorrow is a condition here. And I shall is indicating the future tense. He said that he would go for a walk on the following day. Tomorrow will turn into the following day. Future perfect becomes conditional perfect. I shall have walked 10 kilometers by noon, he said. He said that he would have walked 10 kilometers by noon. Now we come to the second point. This is universal truth. We also say the universal fact. If the reported speech relates to some universal truth, the present simple in the reported speech remains unchanged. Very important, children. When we talk about any universal truth, about any universal fact, what happens? The present simple in the reported speech remains unchanged. There will be no change when you turn it into the indirect speech. For example, direct, he said the earth moves around the sun. The earth moves around the sun. This is a universal fact. We cannot change it. So this is in the simple present. So this will also remain in the simple present in the indirect speech. For example, he said that the earth moves around the sun. The earth moves around the sun. Here this is same and this is also same. There is no change because the sentence contains the universal truth or universal fact. Now we come to the pronouns and possessive adjectives. Pronouns, you all know what are pronouns? Words that are used instead of nouns. And possessive means the belongingness. This is possessive adjectives. Pronouns and possessive adjective of the first and the second person in direct speech changes into the third person in indirect speech. So when we talk about the pronouns and possessive adjective of the first and the second person, what happened in the indirect speech? This first and the second person will convert into the third person. For example, now we are talking about the pronouns here. I, you, my, your becomes he, she, his or her. These were the pronouns. Now we come to the possessive adjective. We, you, our, your becomes they or their. Come to the next point. Fourth point, adjectives and adverbs. Now you must have learnt in your lower classes, children, what is an adjective and what is an adverb. The words which describes the noun or the pronouns are known as adjectives, and adverbs are the words that add something to the meaning of the verb. Adjective and adverbs indicating nearness in place and in time in direct speech are changed in reported speech into adjectives and adverbs expressive of a distancing effect. Very important. When we talk about nearness in time, nearness in place and in time in direct speech, this nearness in place and in time will turn into a distancing effect. I am sick now, he said. He said that he was sick then. Now come to the reporting verbs. The common reporting verbs are say and tell. You say that something has happened. You tell someone that something has happened. Statement. Statements in indirect speech are generally introduced by conjunction that. So, what do you mean by statement? Statements are the sentences that state something, tell something. So, in such a case, what happens? Statement in indirect speech are generally introduced by the conjunction that. So when we turn these statement into indirect speech, this will be joined by the conjunction that. She said there was a storm last night. She said that there was a storm the previous night. Last night will convert into the previous night. Question. This is the seventh point. To change a question from direct to indirect speech, you have to change the reporting verb to asked, inquired, demanded, wanted, etc. Example, he said to us, "Are you going to school?" So this reporting word said, what has it changed to? He inquired of us whether we were going to school. Now come to the eighth one. Command and request. In reporting a command or a request in indirect speech, the introductory verb is changed into order, command, advise, threaten, tell, ask, request, beg, implore, entreat, etc. The verb in the reported speech is put in the infinitive. Example, punish the culprit, said the captain. The captain ordered them to punish the culprit. He said to them, "Do not smoke here." He forbade them. Said has turned into forbade. Now we come to the ninth and the final point. Exclamation and wishes. In reporting exclamation and wishes, the reported speech is introduced by such verbs as wish, bless, pray, cry, explain, declare, etc. and by such phrases as with regret, with delight, with sorrow, etc. The interjection and exclamation such as oh, well, hurrah, alas, bravo, etc. are omitted. So, when we turn these interjection and exclamation into indirect, these words, that is oh, well, hurrah, alas, this will turn into a phrase expressed by means of phrase. We will not use this word, but they will be omitted and the sense is expressed by means of phrase. For example, goodness me, I am tired, he said. He exclaimed that he was tired. What a lovely dress, she said. She remarked that it was a lovely dress. So with this we finish our chapter. Thank you, children.